this game could just be Milio.
Could be. And something I just remembered is it might be the Echoes of Hellier Ash build.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
With Font of Life or whatever it was. Okay, so it's not Font of Life. They do have the Halo Blades and a lot of early game damage there. It is obviously the Comet Scorch coming out for that Malphite.
So yeah, this to me, I don't know, it makes sense just with their picks really, but it should be the Poke Varus coming through. They could, in theory, be the AP, yes, but I think then you're really, really stacked full of magic damage.
Yeah, I would be a little surprised to see Poke Varus here, to be honest.
I just think you can't afford to go more magic damage, because Ornn's just going to become unkillable.
Yeah, I feel like he still needs to be like crit here, though, because how else are you going to kill Ornn? There's really no one else that can deal with him.
I just think without lethal tempo, you can't really go on hit.
Well,
I guess we'll see.
See what he ends up doing.
I think the longsword also says it should likely be poke.
I mean, maybe we'll just go the Shiv build, like we were saying, I mean, he could go hybrid. We'll see anyway. But heavy trades coming out of bot lane already. Feels like it should favor the side with the double Hail of Blades. Yeah, trades definitely going in their favor. And I will say that I feel like West Point are on a pretty big timer this game, depending on the Varus builder, I think, as well. It does feel like if it goes to just a straight 5v5, no picks or anything, going to be outmatched a little bit. Oh, big damage on a Prage there. It is Bruce who has the PTA. Guess that third auto.
Which is unique. We usually see first strike when you're the Lucian paired up with either the Nami or the Melio, because you just get to offload quite a bit of damage without the PTA. Plus, you're looking for these quick trades so often that you really do stack up that gold really, really quickly. Which is often how you find a lead.
How broken is that ability?
Yeah. You compare that to Callista W.
True. Oh, huge trade in the bot lane.
Okay, that's actually one summoner already down here. It is Prage having to pop that heal, and all things considered, health bars fairly even. Melio obviously does have that heal on a very, very long cooldown, but will be available nonetheless as Minji forced off this wave from 665. 665 Arctic Assault will land onto Minji, as well as the passive stacking up. Phase Rush, so Minji will stay alive, but is going to force out an extremely early teleport.
That's actually pretty big, because I don't think there's any chance that Minji can really buy magic resist. No, he can only buy the tier, and I think that against Sejuani Malphite, if you don't have any MR or Merc Treads or anything at level 6, there's a very good chance you die, and there isn't that much I feel like that can be done about it. But we'll see. 2 points in queue already here for Nuli, so the damage is going to be stacking up.
I almost feel like this game, kind of akin to Azir last game, you could just rush a Hex Drinker.
Yeah, I'd be down for either Hex Drinker Rush or Mercs. I'm a little surprised that he went Phase Rush. I mean, it does make sense, I think, against the melees, but I also think that you can just sort of play for scaling against Malphite and not really interact a whole lot in the lane, but I guess he just is worried about falling behind. Lava, though, it is yoinked.
Yeah, nice work from 665. Managing to play around vision, as well as the pressure he already exerted mid to find himself that red buff. As bot lane, big trade coming up. Prage is going to be going down for first blood. It's going to be Inso picking that one up, as Char, now running for his life, is going to be able to escape. But I think that is the worst possible outcome here for West Point.
Yeah, that is very, very bad. You cannot afford to be dying as a Varus Ash lane. You're just too strong. We do get confirmation. It looks like it will be the Shiv build, most likely, from the Varus. But, yeah, I mean, starting with a death there is really, really bad. And then they're the ones on a timer, remember. I don't think it's like the hardest timer in the world, but 665.
Okay, 665.
This wave, it's pretty big.
It's massive. Char will be popping that barrier early to just ensure he doesn't die. And with 665 being seen here, it's just looking like J-Team want to try and trade out a kill. Prage actually does get very, very low, but ultimately will pick up that kill for himself as Nuli. Nuli is going to pick up the kill there. Minji so close, but just not quite, and it's West Point picking up an advantage.
Yeah, another absolute tragedy occurs, but that's really good for Nuli, who still has his TP, and Relia. I mean, Nuli can TP up here if he needs to. Yeah, looks like it will be.
Call of the Forge God will find that knock up, but importantly, they are able to just disengage, and It does mean that Malphite not able to teleport back to that lane as it slowly pushes back towards Minji.
Nully grabs himself the Barmies, so it's going to have a lot of damage in those long skirmishes.
Oh, Driver. Why did you get the Bramble?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to be that impactful. And Prager's already lost his heal, and just look how much damage comes out. You know, so much extra just added from the Milio there. Now, the wave was in a good spot. We'll take a look at this again. And Minji, he was so close. He didn't get the E auto. I'm not sure if the E came in first from Malphite or not. But normally you can E auto on Jason. Minji goes down again. Did not have the flash.
A second death here in that mid lane for Minji.
Yeah, it looks like the Malphite ult just kind of sealed the deal there. Nothing else was used, I don't believe, but that's really good for the bot side. And they can just start at this drag. I'd be pretty surprised. Actually, I mean, J-Team do have bot pro, but I think with Minji off the map, they're probably going to have to give it over. And this is definitely an important pickup. You want to be getting these dragons early, especially with the comp you have. I do kind of like the Varus build here. Although I am worried, you know, about them having too much magic damage. I think it's kind of the only choice they have, almost, to deal with these tanks.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, it is going to be, at least for now, just armor on this Ornn.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to question Driver's build as we take a look at this replay. I imagine it's just the Malphite walking forward, pressing R.
Yeah, it feels like there really isn't much that can be done for Minji there.
Yeah.
Kind of just a punishment for previous mistakes. And lots of orders on bot side, but definitely traded back.
Constant trades are coming out, and Bruce just finding himself the easiest kill of his life as Ardent Blaze plus the movement speed should mean he's getting another one, but one missed auto, and the flash answer from Enso was so clutch. Nerves of steel holding that heal there, but again, it's just West Point trying to overextend on these trades and Bruce punishing them. 2 kills.
It does feel rough, though. I mean, I think that kind of speaks to the strength of Lucian Milio. I mean, Varus Ashe is one of the strongest bot lanes that you can play, right? You kind of do need to play in the way that Cha and Prager are doing so, but they just can't win the trades hard enough. And, I mean, I feel like bot lane has been pretty much already outscaled.
Kraken Slayer Lucian already.
Yeah, that is, wow, at only 8 minutes. I was saying maybe Bruce could be a weak point for J-Team, but he is... Their bot lane as a whole is just smurfing this game.
Honestly, looking like the strongest members of the team. I mean, given we have an Ornn. But they have just found themselves 3 isolated kills down in that bot lane. Whilst, it has to be said, 665 has spent a lot of time down there. And still, it's J-Team that are in favor.
Is this going to be a swap? Okay, it looks like they're just going to play for the Herald. I'm actually not sure this is worth it. I feel like you might end up losing too much on your bot tower because there's no way your AD carry can stand there. And where will this Herald actually end up being used? Because right now, all towers are at 5 plates for J-Team. So I'm a bit surprised that they've committed so much for this Herald. And I think J-Team
They can't go to this tower.
Yeah, no, they definitely can't. I think this is definitely favorable for J-Team.
Bruce should clear them anyway. There we go.
I would not come here, fellas.
Okay, that is the Herald going down. Is Lava gonna look? You feel like he probably should. Now, notably, Chain of Corruption available, but so is the Breath of Life from Milio. It looks like they are going to be content, though, with just taking that blue. Now, I do think that was a good timing to look for a dive.
Yeah, there were no TPs up. Maybe just really wanted to prioritize the blue buff, but feels like the dive might have been better. I think there could have been some flashes burned at least. But I'm sure Bruce and Enso will be able to burn some flashes themselves. Cleanse does come out. Used. That is kind of big, though. Yeah. Ashe just hit 6.
Still didn't maintain that cooldown of the Milio ult, though, so should be okay. As it's 665 up here, should be looking to just place this Herald. Will stop Driver from crafting any items.
Back to work.
Teleport comes through as well as a couple of items there.
It's just going to ult clear this wave and get a lot of damage. Actually could go for more.
Rallier.
He's taking very low. Driver's out of mana, though. On the other
here
side,
we go. It is dive time. Minion wave hitting perfectly. The Ashe ult does not connect, and without anyone taking tower shots, it is just going to be Lalva finding the first kill. Praise the next target. Is going to turn one around for himself, but it is 2 men going down. Nuli now looking, does have unstoppable force available as well as the flash.
There is flash for Bruce, though.
Yeah,
He has to be quick.
Bruce has to have reaction times here.
Maybe he can execute.
He is trying to get away. Oh, Bruce! Bruce flash! Oh my god! Okay, but he is going to go down the cheese wheel. But Bruce...
What a genius.
That was actually crazy. If Bruce had gotten away there, that was play of the year.
No, I think even though Nuli gets the kill, I swear Bruce comes out of that ahead. Just in terms of the mental, you know?
Yeah. Nuli was so confident, flashes over that wall, and there's just no Lucian anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Bruce was kind of hoping for was that Nuli would just go for the blind ult.
Yeah.
And
damn.
Yeah.
That was so close. I wonder if... I mean, there's no real need to go over it, but I wonder if Bruce had just stayed there, if Nuli would have ulted in the top, you know, near towards Gromp, because there's no vision.
Yeah.
So he had no way to know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
But I mean, insane. Yeah, I'm so excited to see this. This was so well played.
Yeah, I think...
Playing vision perfectly. Flash over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
That was so nice.
Even the reaction time on that. He saw Malphite for like less than a second easily.
Yeah. I mean, he was very clearly, you know, finger on the button
there, but still, like, the reaction time needed to press it is still pretty impressive.
Well, Gore Drinker now completed for Relia. I think he did actually get the Bramble heal reduced there. Okay, now.
More attention towards this bot side. Lalva in the area does have Nature's Grasp. Back up.
Oh.
Glacial Prison comes through, but Lalva manages to proc that Aftershock and doesn't really take any damage to speak of as Minji now teleporting in, realizing that Nuli is, yes, in this bot side.
There is no ult for Nuli just yet, but it's very soon.
And it should be their dragon.
Yeah, I think so. I think this Malphite is strong enough, and I would like West Point to continue just stacking these up. I think they're very strong at this point in the game. And I think while they are on a timer, it's not like a hard timer, especially with the Jace kind of set so far behind.
Yeah.
Because it feels like Jace really comes into its own at 3 items, and that's a long way away. You know, that's definitely enough time for West Point to win this game. Well, second drag goes down, and good time as well.
Now what soul are we going to have? It's the Infernal Soul.
Ooh, I think that's pretty nice to have.
Relia is going to pop that Dominus and look here onto Driver, but Driver doing his best to run away. Relia cancelling a couple of auto attacks. See how impactful that is. As Call of the Forge God comes through. Is he going to look for the solo kill? He is! On has just solo killed the Renekton. It's Driver. Even in a losing matchup, he finds a way.
Not what you want to see there out of the Renekton. It was close, but Driver coming out on top. And with that, he can get a lot more gold on top, I think, unless 665 goes up to it. Minji definitely cannot get anything done versus Malphite, just so tanky.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but Driver's already backing off, so he's okay.
Does go wide. Driver would never be caught by that.
Misses out on the plate gold there, but will be eventually going down. It does cost 665, both his flash and his ult, so a lot of pressure lost now for the Sejuani, and honestly, I think that's a fine death there for Driver.
Yeah, I think so as well. Still doesn't really get anything off it, but I mean, right now, the Sedge and the Malphite are really, really strong. And it feels like Bruce is the only one that can deal with them. And he doesn't really have great items for doing so.
Yeah, not yet.
So I would say that, you know, gold is even. J-Team probably do win the very long game. But right now, West Point should undoubtedly win fights.
Yeah, I think you need Bruce to be at 3 items.
Yeah, I think so as well. You really need to play this game slow as J-Team. Get the 3 items on both your carries. And then stuff is looking good. But honestly, I am quite liking West Point's position. I mean, they have 2 drags.
Just realized something. Now, you do get quite a bit of magic damage from the Lucian Melio.
Yeah.
But that is really their only magic damage, because it is going to be the tank Maokai coming out this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they get mixed damage from, you know, like you said, Lucian Melio, the Maokai, and the Ornn. I think it's fine. Interestingly, on the other side, though, a Dirk picked up for Ashe. I'm assuming that's going to be Umbral Glaive. Which obviously gives a bit of CDR and lots of control as well, which is exactly what they need right now, because it's really hard to face check into a comp that has Malphite, you know, Sejuani, Varus, Ashe. It's just so hard to face check them. And I really feel like, you know, I don't want to say it's unlosable or anything, but I think West Point's position is so good.
Yeah, gold is even.
Yeah.
But at least for the time being, they certainly are ahead just on how the champions interact. Now, 2 minutes. Is there going to be enough here for J-Team to get strong enough to fight? We do see 2 items coming through for Bruce, which is a massive spike. Obviously, that Navori means not only can you output way more damage, but also you are so much more mobile on the Lucian.
I think a lot of it is just going to kind of come down to execution at this next drag, mainly whether or not Bruce can survive, because there is a lot of threat. And while he does have a Emilio, he does have a cleanse, there's still just a lot of threat there, right? Like, it's pretty hard to play up against these sorts of champs. Look at that gold graph.
Yeah.
Up and
all
down.
over the place.
Okay, Herald is dropped mid. J-Team, they might bring members down to defend it. Currently, both their side laners are showing, though.
No, Nature's Grass coming through, and those are very vulnerable AD carries as Prage, in fact, does get hit by this Nature's Grass, but the 665, Call of the Forge God will land and take out that Sejuani as driver, forcing out Prage's flash after landing a nice little bit of a wall there. It is the jungler going down, but again, there is no dragon for another minute, so we'll be up by then, and you almost feel like they're still strong enough to win.
Yeah, I think they did lose some pretty crucial summoners there, though. No flash on Varus and Ashe, which, you know, they're very vulnerable to both the Ornn and the Maokai. And I think that shutdown was picked up by Driver.
Oh, Minji.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Minji has just
He's a goner.
sacrificed himself.
The flash
I think the flash was, that was a waste. He's trying to run away. Phase rush.
Doesn't matter,
Gets the knockback. The cheese wheel will just confirm it. Doesn't even need it.
That champ is not fair. But, I mean, to be fair, Minji did kind of dash forward. Oh, speaking of dashing forward.
Bruce, he's going to get stunned up. Does have a nice cleanse there as well as the Breastford Lies, and it's going to be 665 actually. All attention towards him as Bruce will get healed by Enso. Manages to get himself out.
That's another big sum burn, though. No cleanse on Bruce ahead of this dragon in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think that this might be an unfightable third drag for J-Team. Minji, I want to say having an uncharacteristically bad performance, but I think it's partially just maybe not the correct response up against the Malphite. Like, I feel like the phase rush honestly isn't that useful, and I also think that most Jaces into the Malphite start corrupting pop and rush either Mercs or Hex Drinker. At least I'm fairly sure that's what they did in top lane. So now, you know, without that correct response, they're going to try fight this third drag.
Now, I want to see the Ornhorn.
Yeah.
I think that could really
big.
seal the deal on this fight.
Oh,
Unstoppable force. No one's realizing where he is. He's finding 2. Is it enough though? Bruce, untouched, is trying to find the damage. He's finding a lot of it in fairness. And 3-man knockup coming through from the Call of the Forge God. That Nature's Grass will land. Driver picks himself up another one. It's 2 there for Bruce. You found an engage for Nuli, but it wasn't on the Lucian, so it was all for naught.
Yeah, it feels like, I mean, Nuli, he saw the angle onto 4 people, so he really wanted to go for it. But really, you have to catch Lucian in there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, Driver's not going to look, so... He didn't even hit 4 as well. I want to say maybe he misplaced it, plus wasn't looking for Bruce.
Yeah, let's get a replay on it, because I think Minji is pretty useless, honestly. Okay, so he found 2. Minji's the only one that feels relevant. You know, Enso didn't even go down, and Minji's not even that relevant to begin with. So I think this should have been a really easy fight for West Point, but unfortunately is mis-executed. And now it feels like it might be J-Team that's starting to pull ahead. Obviously, this Jace is still pretty lackluster. If somehow they could find Bruce, I think West Point could win a fight. They do have a lot of damage now on the Varus, but that's definitely a lot of momentum lost. Now a first drag picked up by J-Team, which buys them a lot of time.
I want to say you probably just want to kill the Melio there and not the Jace.
Yeah, probably
the
is better.
Dust Blade tier Jace isn't going to be offering all that much damage.
No, not to the people he can hit anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if he could get to that back line would be good, but it should be so difficult. And you've got to start to wonder, I think, about this Ashe. I think Ashe from this point on, aside from ult, is completely useless. I mean, I guess can control vision, but really offers a lot less than the Milio already.
Certainly. Now, Baron on the cards. It is now alive. There's a lot of damage that can come through really from both teams just in the AP Varus. as well as Sejuani. And then obviously Bruce, as his 2 items, 5-2-3 on the Lucian has looked so clean. Even one of his deaths was probably the cleanest play of the game.
Yeah, I have to agree. Well,
now, times of old, that Enchanted Crystal Arrow landing and not finding anything didn't really matter, but with the nerfs that have come through for Ashe, does mean a lot more, as Lalva will be spotted out. It's going to be actually the Melio ult.
Yeah, I think that was used on that chain of corruption there.
I think that's probably good because Maokai probably just gets one shot by it. But it's all for naught as Lalva's going to get caught out again. Does pop that ult, and Nuli does ult, but it's onto the Sedge or the Maokai. And just look at the damage output from Bruce and Driver. Nuli, you're so far ahead, but you're ulting the Maokai.
Yeah, I think that was really, really troll, honestly. I mean, they really want to pick the Maokai, but honestly, I don't think it matters, because if you do have to invest your Malphite ult into killing Maokai, you can't do the Baron, because they'll just walk up and you don't have any threat anymore. So I really feel like if Nuli had just saved ulti for Lucian every fight, no matter what, they could be in a good spot. But now J-Team, I think they're so far ahead. They grab a Baron off that, and we'll see this.
He uses Nature's Grasp. There's no need to ult him.
Yeah, I think you can just back away and you're completely fine. But, in front of the Lucian as well. You know, and now it's, what are you going to do? It's a nice flank from Driver, who just comes in and cleans house pretty much. But so much damage put out by Bruce. I think it was 5k or something ridiculous. But, oh man, you've really...
Driver's happy with himself.
He is. You've really got to wonder. Because Nui had such a good early game. But...
Oh my... Look at that Renekton. Now that's some value.
Melio did no damage.
Yeah, but that's a deceptive stat because the amount of damage that Bruce did was so amplified because of Melio. And it just doesn't count for the Melio.
Sieging onto top now. And I think now Minji is starting to deal some damage.
Especially against this Ashe. If you land an accelerated shock blast on the Ashe, two of them, she probably has to just recall.
Yeah, feels like that probably should be the target for Minji.
Oh, Lalva going forward. It's turn of events.
And Malphite not used defensively.
Yeah.
Might not even be enough.
Carling. Oh, Char not blocking enough. In fact, it's going to be the snipe. Minji will find Char in the back line as Driver taking up this tower. He can tank it for 3 years. Uses the Call of the Forge Dog. Knocks up Rallier like 4 times. Bruce in the front lines, and he feels pretty safe. Rage having to flash away. Flash away before Bruce will follow up and secure the kill. It's a double kill for Minji. It's a kill for Bruce, and it should be the game for J-Team.
Looks like it will be in only 23 minutes. A game that was honestly in West Point's favor up until about 3 or 4 minutes ago. And then suddenly, just like that, J-Team, they find the picks they need and very quickly pick it up after that. And I feel like we see this a lot.